So, yes, I am still an actress. I actually had a really interesting audition last week. I don't go out that much anymore because my passion really is accent coaching, and that's my focus. I will get to the point, but my focus right now is getting actors work. That gives me, when they book a job, I booked a job. And I get the same, if not a greater high, when my actors do well. But I did audition last week for a film that's going to be huge, and they needed an English accent for it, and it had to be what is termed received pronunciation, which is a very interesting term for a very nice sort of middle of the road, upper poshy London accent.
Do a little bit of one?
Well, I had to speak like this. It was more like the BBC. So I had to keep this tone. So when I walked in, I did it. But it was what is that word when one improvises? So I had a little bit of some lines, but I had to improvise most of it. But the trick was, I had to improvise while dancing in high heels.
Can you do that for us now?
No, because I'm wearing runners. So I had to do this accent while dancing, and for some reason, all of a sudden I was talking up in this range, and I thought it was adorable. So he asked me to do it again, and he said, no, can you do it? No. He talked like this. Can you make it lower? And I said, of course I can make it lower. I'm not stupid. So I now had to speak a little lower because the character was a little older, you see. But she still had to dance. So I did it, but I think in the middle of it, I'm not sure, but I think I ended up here again because I was still dancing. So I'm still acting, and I'm still working the accents, and as an actress, and I have used my accents for quite a bit of my career. I've done theater using accents, film and television, and the old-fashioned radio dramas back in Toronto, where we lived for a little bit. The CBC, which is the big network up in Canada, the radio portion of the CBC does old-fashioned radio dramas. I don't know if they're still doing them. Do you know?
I do not.
Well, they were fabulous. I thought, this is really going to be boring, whatever, but it was a job. And they needed I went in as an Algerian. That was my first job. I was playing Algerian. And I went home and listened to the show, and it was fabulous. Just sitting and listening to the radio, but you listen to a drama over the radio, and my performance was amazing, funnily enough. So have you ever had an instance where you've hired an actor to play a role in a TV show, miniseries, whatever, and they've said that they can do an accent, and so you believed them and you thought they were going to do the work, and then they show up on the day and they can't do the accent that you asked?
No, I've never had that. You didn't never ask a question you don't know the answer to, Claudette. You've played a lawyer on TV. You know that.
I've also been a felon on TV.
I have worked with actors who are from other countries who are playing Americans on shows, and generally what they do, if it's a leading role, they'll have an accent coach on the set full time, and the accent coach will be they call it a dialect coach, actually not an accent coach. The dialect coach will be working with the actor, the night before, while we're lighting, between rehearsal and shooting, even from take to take. The dialect coach will be right there at Video Village watching the take, and if there's a one syllable or two syllables that came out incorrectly, they'll ask to go again because the actor gave themselves away. I mean, for a leading man or lady on a television show, they put a lot of effort into making them sound American. I mean, I've never worked on House, but Hugh Laurie is a great example. I mean, his American accent is phenomenal.
It is.
He's worked hard at it.
I have to agree.
I don't know if they have a dialect coach on that show or not. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't done the show, but there are those guys. Lena Headey, who was the lead in Sarah Connor Chronicles, an English actress who was doing an American accent. I mean, it's become quite common actually for the Brits to come over here and do American.
Yeah, I find a lot of American actors are really angry I've heard this. They take all these foreigners and they give them all our roles. All your roles? Yeah. I've also heard, I won't say the name of the film, but there's a film out now, and one of the actors, very well-known actor, didn't work with a dialect coach purposely, and it's a film that I can't watch because I can't invest in this character because it's so unbelievable to me. There was this one particular episode of television that I was watching, and I really wanted to watch it because it was set in Haiti prior to any devastation. But it was set in Haiti, so I was very curious to hear these actors, these American actors, do the Haitian accent, and these weren't actors that I'd worked with. And I don't know what they did, but I think they just bought a tape or something on black accents. And so they were all doing West African accents. It was nothing close to Haitian. There wasn't even a hint of French in there. And so I look at that and I think, well, what if, we were doing a film about Martin Luther King, for example, and we decided to hire a German actor to play Martin Luther King. And he decided he didn't really want to work much on the accent because, the character was the most important thing. Mm-hmm. And so he was going to have a German accent with a little hint of American. Would that have been okay by American standards? No. But some Americans do feel that if they just give a little hint of a foreign accent, it's okay. And it's not okay. For me, I find that disrespectful. It's as if they're saying, I don't have an accent. This is neutral. Everything else is superfluous, and it's not. It's not fair, but disrespectful.